Skinny Hardaway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good MMA, boxing, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Again, make sure you hit that thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel. On this EP, we here with a Fight Night EP. We got Cejudo versus Song. This is a pretty good main event. I think high-level main event. I don't think the card all the way through is extremely high-level, although there are some diamonds in the rough on this card that I am looking forward to, right? But on this EP, I'm going to give you my full card prediction. I'm going to give you my 5 most confident picks, and then we go set us up a parlay after all this done, and I'm going to tell you why I got each and every pick that I have. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so what we got here in this section, I'm about to pick every winner for the card, and then after this, I'm going to give y'all my 5 most confident, and then we going to put us together a parlay. In the first fight, I got it dog or pass, fight not to go the distance. I'm not big on either fighter. I got Abdul Malik, powerful striker, good takedown defense, athletic beast. And Basharat and Simone, I got that fight to go the distance. I'm really leaning Simone on the dog or pass, right? I got Rizabov in his fight. He's the better striker. Good wrestling and grappling as well. He's big for the division. Golf and fidget. I got that fight not to go the distance. If I had to pick a side, I'd take golf, right? Kudabale and Aslan, I got that fight not to go the distance. If I had to pick a side, I'd take Aslan, right? I think that's going to be a who can knock who out. Feely and Costa, I'm going to take distance. I'm leaning Feely, right? Think he's the better striker, Ranger your striker. Manifield and Walker, I got that fight not to go the distance. Don't know a lot about Walker, so Manifield would be the pick if I had to take a side. I got Silva. I think he's the more dangerous fighter in his fight. He's powerful on the ground and on the feet, right? I think he actually might end up wrestling in that fight, right? But I digress. Font and Masamuto has been added to the card. That's a tough fight. I say I take that fight to start the third, and I'm leaning Masamuto in that fight. We got Hernandez in his fight. I think he's the slightly better grappler, and I think it's in the grappling match, right? And he beat Pereira. I think that's the accolade. That's the stat. Beating Pereira is something, you know what I mean? And then in that main event, I'm taking that fight to go the distance. I'm going to tell y'all my side pick a little later, right? So that's all my picks for the card. What we about to do in this next section is I'm about to go and I'm about to give y'all my most confident picks and then explain my most confident picks. And then, again, set us up a parlay, then we going to slide up out here. All right, this section right here is my underdog section. I got 2 underdogs for y'all this week. Didn't have one for y'all last week. Got 2 this week. See how that work? We got Ricky Simone, Ricky Simon, however you want to say it, right? And we got Triple C, Henry Cejudo. I'm going to explain these picks a little later, right? Kind of explained it earlier, right? Go explain it in depth a little later. These are 2 of the fights that I will be breaking down later on in this next section. But what I'm finna give y'all now, actually I'm breaking that down later on. In this next section, I'm about to give y'all my 5 most confident picks. So bear with me. All right, so my 5 most confident picks are Malik, Feely, Rizaboyev, Silva, Hernandez. I'll explain those picks more in depth in this next section, right? I'm going to explain all my picks in the next section, right? The questions, you know, the reason why I took the picks that I took. I'm about to explain all that now, right, in the next section of this video. But what I was saying was a lot of fights on this card, you know, did get canceled, a lot of matchup switches and whatnot. So I'm a little disappointed, right? This is not a terrible card, but I'm just a little disappointed in the card that we lost a lot of good fights on this card, right? So that's what I was talking about earlier when I was like, you know, this really ain't just the best card because, you know, we lost a lot of good fights that I was looking forward to seeing that we ain't gonna get, right? But anyway, I digress. My 5 most confident picks, Malik, Feely, Rizaboyev, Silva, Hernandez. I'm about to explain to you in the next section why I took all the picks that I did take. All right, so y'all know how it go. We're going to start with the main thing. We're going to keep the main thing the main thing. In the main event, we got Cejudo versus Song. This going to be a great fight, right? Henry Cejudo went on a huge hiatus, right? He had 3 championship titles before he left, right? He decided to retire, you know, drop the belts, whatnot. He came back. He left like on one of the biggest winning streaks, right? He came back. He lost to Aljamain Sterling, and then he bounced back, got him a bounce back win, right? And now he's fighting Song, right? You got Song, the young up and coming, prospect in the UFC. Henry Cejudo was actually the underdog in this fight at like plus 220, right? You got Song. He's a good wrestler, as well. Is he a better wrestler than Henry Cejudo? I don't think so. My question with Henry Cejudo is, with his age and his time off, where is his durability? Where is his stamina? Not durability in the sense he's going to get stopped, but his durability over the course of a fight is going to be a 5-round fight. If he going to be able to keep his gas tank on a guy like Song? Because I'm not expecting him, to submit Song, or I'm not expecting him, to knock Song out or anything like that. But I am expecting Henry Cejudo to win. Again, Song is a young up and coming prospect, supreme athlete, pretty good on his feet, solid wrestling and ground game. Henry Cejudo was out-wrestled by Aljamain, right? But Aljamain, as you know as well, is one of the best wrestler grapplers in the world, right? So Henry Cejudo, and that was coming off a layoff, and the fight that was pretty close. Now, I had Aljamain winning it, right? But you got to give Henry Cejudo his credit. He made that fight interesting, right? Has never been out-wrestled before Aljamain, right? Hadn't been out-wrestled after Aljamain, right? So that's not something that just happens. But I'm thinking Henry Cejudo is going to control this fight with his wrestling, with his grappling. I think he's going to be better conditioned now in his third fight, right? Rather than his third fight back since the layoff, rather than, it being his first fight where it looked like he might have gassed a little bit. I think he's past that. I think he's going to pull out. I think he's close enough to, he hadn't taken a lot of punishment in his career, right? I think he's close enough to where he's more close to he can dig out and steal a win rather than old guy that's going to get busted up and sent home, right? I think this is going to be a growing lesson, right? And Song, he's a young guy, but he's a vet in the sense, but not when you compare him to, the complete body of work of Henry Cejudo, right? So in this fight, I got Henry Cejudo to win. I think, these guys are going to come out. They're going to be in one another's face. And I think Henry Cejudo is going to be able to teach Song something, you know what I mean, in this grappling game. I got Henry Cejudo for the win. So because I took so long with the main event, I'm going to rapid fire the rest of the fight picks, right? In this fight, I picked Hernandez. I'm taking Hernandez because I'm expecting this to be a grappling match. I think Hernandez is the slightly better grappler. I think Hernandez is a little more dangerous in this fight as far as finishing the fight, with his hands, with the submissions. We got Hernandez for the win. In the next fight, we got Rizaboyev versus McConaughey. I know what you're going to say. Rizaboyev got knocked out by Bunkley in his last fight. Southern T. It's okay. It's Saquon Bunkley. Wasn't in his weight class. Could have been, weight drain, right? But just throw that fight away, right? No shame in losing to Saquon Bunkley. He's probably going to knock McConaughey. He's probably going to knock McConaughey out. We got Rizaboyev for the win. We got Malik versus Klein, 2 contender series guys, right? In this fight, we're going to go with Malik. The only question with Malik is his gas tank, but I think he's going to be comfortable on the feet. I think he's going to be comfortable on the ground, right? The more dangerous fighter. We got Malik in this fight. And last but not least, on the roundup of 5 most confident, we got Andre Fili versus Costa. I think this is going to be a close fight, right? I think it's going to be predominantly a striker fight. The Andre Fili is going to control it from the outside. I think he's a little better all around than Costa. As long as Andre Fili don't get caught up in the brawl, he should be able to win this fight. We got Andre Fili for the win. Now what we about to do, y'all, is we about to set us up a parlay. All right? So you parlay up the 5 most confident picks. Malik, Rizaboyev, Silva, Fili, Hernandez. That'll get you up to plus 330. Now, if you want the method picks, we will be live. We go live on Fridays, and then we'll be live for the actual event, right, while it's happening, right? So you could pull up Friday we do a fight comeback week review where we go through, you know, the MMA fights and the boxing fights for the week. That Friday, we go through all the fights, right? And then Saturday live for the actual event. You know, we're live as well, right? But that's all I got for y'all, man. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look.